Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the opening of bids for goods and services. And also, good morning to our viewers on our live stream. We will be opening 4 procurement of goods and 1 for civil works with contract ID 25 0130. So before we proceed, may I request our temporary secretary to please read the attendance and determine if we have a quorum.
Good morning, everyone. In attendance today are the following: Anthony Leonardo Gonzalez,
Yes,
Chairman; First Rudy Maria Cristina Pietrincola, Vice Chairman; Mr. Richard De Jesus, Back Member; Engineer Cristina Maria Kate, Back Member; Engineer Agnes Di Padua, Back Member; Engineer Maria Teresa Lucho, Head of the Back Secretariat; Engineer Henry Jan Menzon, Head of the DPWH; Engineer Arlene G. Ariola, Back DPWH Member; Engineer Ryan Francis Calleja, Backsec Member; Mr. Ryan Victor P.R.No, Backsec Member; Engineer Lamir Mar Junior, Backsec Member; and we also have 1 leader representative, Mr. David John Torres, from Lian Enterprises Corporation. Ade, we have a forum.
Okay, so as read, we have a quorum. I now put these opening bids in order. We will be opening first the procurement of goods for the 4 PR. First, we have PR number 26-05-017. With contact name purchase of tiles and spare parts for use in the preventive maintenance of trucks and heavy equipment in this office, with ABC amount of 603,020 pesos and contract duration of 20 calendar days. We have so far 1 bidder in the name of
Base Auto
Base Auto
Care.
Care. Okay. Let's open the documents of Base Auto Care.
So we have a loan bidder for PR number 26.05.017, Base Auto Care and General Services Corporation. We have the mayor's permit from the City of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of application. We also have the tax bill certificate valid until October 13, 2026. The certificate of incorporation from the Securities and Exchange Commission. We have the certificate of registration from the BR. We have the Field Jobs Platinum membership valid until July 14, 2027. Attached also is the omnibus start statement, the brochure for the goods to be delivered, and also the AFSC submission, audited financial statement, and the annual income tax return attached. Also, statement of monetary responsibility and financial statements.
Okay, so we can now read the quotation of Base Auto Care.
So for the attached cost per quotation, okay, the plans are specified for the goods to be delivered, MRF and centrally. Details are complete. The amount is 689,013 pesos only. 689,001. 689,013 pesos.
Okay, so we have now the bid quotation of Basi Auto Care at the amount of 689,013 pesos with a negative variance of 0.58%. So we now proceed to the opening of the second procurement of goods under PR number 26-06-021 with contract name purchase and deliveries of janitorial supplies, materials for use in the DPWH Albay second DEO with BBC amount of 379,189 pesos and contract duration of 15 calendar days. So far, we have two suppliers who submitted their bids. We will first open the bid of A Costa Enterprises. We will check the technical requirements.
So we have the mayor's permit from the city of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. We also have the certificate of Majors Platinum membership valid until June 2, 2027. We also have the certificate of registration from the mayor. DTI certificate valid until March 5, 2021. Tax clearance certificate valid until May 6, 2027. Wala siyang attach no brochure. Kapag po yung brochure. May brochure siya.
No, attach.
Brochure.
So, A Acosta Enterprises is not complying or
No attachment.
no
of
attached
brochure.
brochure
As required
as
as
required under
terms and conditions.
the terms and conditions. So we will now proceed to the opening of the bid of the next bidder in the name of
Legazpi General Merchant.
Gaspi General Merchandise.
So we have the mayor's permit from the city of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of platinum membership valid until June 3, 2027. DTI certificate valid until January 30, 2030. Certificate of registration from Mayor attached. Tax clearance valid until December 26, 2026. Omnibus search statement attached. Inclusion.
Same passed. So we now read the quotation of the Gaspi General Merchandise.
So bid amount is 378,800 pesos only. 378,800.
So we have now the final lowest quotation in the amount of 378,800 pesos. Submitted by the Gaspi General Merchandise with a variance of negative 0.10% from the ABC. So next we proceed to the opening of the procurement of goods for PR number 26-07-023 with contract name supply and delivery of various office supplies, consumables, office furniture, and other supplies of DPWH Albay and DEO with agency amount of 1,999,515 pesos and contract duration of 30 calendar days. So far we have two suppliers who submitted the bids. I will open the first bidder.
Lian.
Lian Enterprises.
So for Lian Enterprises, So it is a procurement with inks and toner, so we require additional documents such as certificate of the manufacturer identifying that the bidder is authorized distributor of the brand being offered, certificate of authenticity of the product being offered, certificate from the manufacturer that the bidder is an authorized dealer or partner, and certificate from the manufacturer that the item being offered is genuine and original. We also require the warranty and maintenance for these projects of 3 months. Also, the supplier shall be placed at no additional cost on the procuring entity in case of the product is cured or being dried out. Replacement of defective ink or toner shall be made within 1 to 2 business days from the receipt of the notice from the procuring entity. Also, we also requested digital photos of the facility or establishment we could check the availability of the inks and toners to be delivered, available 8 hours per day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week, with response time of 1 to 2 business days as a technical requirement for inks and toners.
Okay.
So, attach a certificate of authorized distributor for DEO enterprises from Hypercommerce. Certified for certification also for the DEO enterprises as a supplier for the goods for inks and toner, dealership certification, and the authorization certificate from P.R.No, certification of authenticity for the products we deliver is brand new original, and warranty certificate for the goods to be So we have the mayor's permit from the city of Legazpi, valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of Builders Platinum membership, valid until March 22, 2027. Certificate of incorporation from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Which also is the GIS or General Information Sheet for the incorporation. Attach a certificate of registration from the BIR. Tax Tira certificate valid until November 12, 2026. Annual income tax return attached. Omnibus term statement attached as well. The secretary certificate for corporation. The brochure for the distributor. And the geographic location of the establishment or place where we can check the availability and the proper response time for the distributor. At the SPCT Middle Philippines with latitude of 13.141 feet per 8 and longitude of 1.374557.
So, the ends has complied the technical documentary requirements of the procurement. We now proceed to the reading of its quotation or we will proceed first to the opening with the technical requirements of the next bidder in the name of
Albay Computer and Electronic Supplies.
Albay Computer and Electronic Supply.
So still with the requirement needed, as we are here about the certificates, warranty, maintenance, and technical support. 3 years permit from the city of Legazpi valid until December 31, 2026. Certificate of membership from certificate of platinum membership valid until October 13, 2026. PDI certificate valid until July 27, 2031. Certificate of registration from BR valid until Tax clearance valid until September 24, 2026. Annual income tax return attached. Omnibus statements, matter compliance. For sure, not just for okay. So, the attached certificate of dealership for Albay, pero hindi po siya certified po pati. Wala po tayo. Iba yung certification. Yung signature.
They can verify.
Wala po mga pero.
The stamp on
Okay. The Albay computer request compliance and repairs is declared non-compliant for lacking signatures on the certified copies of the certificate of dealership
Madami po siyang document.
and other documents.
Halos lang sir.
Mm.
Nakastamp na sana yung stamp pero hindi na
So, being said, we will now proceed to the reading of the quotation or the bid amount of DEO prices
Also po,
and
yung GIL,
corporation.
hindi po naka-GIL tag.
So many lacking documents.
Walang GIL tag. Wala pong GIL tag.
So, to be clear, Albay computer as non-complying. Then we will proceed to the reading of the bid amount of DEO Enterprises Corporation.
For the bid amount is 1,979,500 pesos. 1,979,500.
So we have now the bid amount of DEO Enterprises in the amount of 1,979,500 pesos, which is negative 1% variance from the ABC. So we now proceed to the opening of the procurement of goods under PR number 26-07-025 with contract name, purchase of IT equipment and software for use of finance section with ABC amount of 1,839,020 pesos and contract duration of 30 calendar days. So far, the number of suppliers who submitted the bid, so we have a lone bidder, and then two bidders for this procurement in the name of
DEO Enterprise.
DEO Enterprises, and the other one
Albay Computer.
the other one is Albay Computer. So we will first open the technical inventory requirements of DEO Enterprises.
So due to the technical requirements also for computer, also required the following certificate. Certificate from the manufacturer identified at the bidder authorized distributor of the product being offered. Certificate of authenticity of the product being offered. Certificate from the manufacturer that the bidder is an authorized dealer or partner. Certificate from the manufacturer that the item being offered is genuine and original. Also, we requested the digital photos for the service centers within Albay sufficient to verify such local service capability. We also require that the establishment will open at least 8 hours per day from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Also, the suppliers are acknowledged and respond to service requests within 1 to 2 business days from the receipt of the service request in case of any technical problems during the warranty period of the goods to be delivered. Okay, we also note that the procuring entity shall not be charged any additional fee for technical support, on-site service, troubleshooting, repair, or replacement covered by the warranty period. So attached is the distributorship certificate for the enterprises, authorized dealer certification for the enterprises, certification from SAP Solution for the passenger merchandise for the enterprises, certificate of authorized distributor for the enterprises, which and certification for hypertech computers as reseller for computers, laptops, printers, inventories, and other computer accessories. Certification also from hypertech computers for the enterprises as authorized reseller. And certificate of authenticity for the goods to be delivered as verified as original and brand. And we also attach the warranty certificate for after sales service for the goods to be delivered, complying with the requirements must be posted. Okay. We have the mayor's permit from the city of Legazpi valid on December 31, 2026, certificate of copy. We also have certificate of PO's platinum membership from the enterprises. We have the certificate of incorporation from Securities and Exchange Commission. Touches other documents as proof and GIS or the general information sheet of the corporation. For the financial statement and beneficial ownership declaration, certificate of registration from P.R.No attached. EFTS attached. All the financial statement. Annual income tax return attached. Omnibus service statements that we have. We also have the brochure for the goods to be delivered. And we also have the digital photos. Latitude of 113.14 monthly per 8 and longitude of 123.74 is proof of the digital photos.
Okay, as read, Ian advises compliant to the technical documentary requirements of the procurement. We now read the technical documentary requirements of Albay computer and electronic enterprises.
Sourcing requirement is needed for technical support efforts and services and documentation and certification required for the goods to be for. So here's the read from the city of Legazpi valid on December 31, 2026. Certificate of registration from the certificate of platinum membership valid until October 13, 2026. DPI certificate valid until July 27, 2031. Certificate of registration from P.R.No attached. Tax clearance valid until September 24, 2026. Annual income tax return attached. Omnibus term statement signed not the special power of the brochure for the distributor. They have certification, they will be certificate. Certificate of yung mga patakaran ng documents. And yung magaling po siyang same man.
Okay, so that is the end. Albay computer is declared non-complying or lacking documentary requirements, and some documents are unsigned. So we now proceed to the opening of the reading of the bid of Ian Enterprises.
For the enterprises. So, number of my intent, yung brand name for the facility birthday. So, bid amount is 1,819,000 pesos.
So we have now the lowest bid in the amount of 1,819,000 pesos. The variance of negative 1.09% from our agency. So that includes the opening of bids for our goods. We will now proceed to the opening of bids for our civil works with contract ID number 55FB0130 and contract name of DOH Facilities Enhancement Program, DEO Hospital at Manito Municipal Hospital Albay with ABC amount of 65,664,813.29 pesos and contract duration of 330 calendar days. So far, we have how many bidder? We have a lone bidder for this particular procurement in the name of Rexing Bidders. So we have here the result of the eligibility processing. The result shows that Rexing Bidders is eligible. So we will now proceed to the opening of the technical envelope of Rexing Construction.
Okay, we have Rexing Builders Incorporated. Attached to the Class A documents of Rexing Builders Incorporated, insurance, income license. These are four ongoing contracts, which are not started by the subdivision. These are four ongoing contracts, private and government contracts, which are started by the NFCC amounting to 969,314 pesos, 235 pesos. 969,314,935 pesos and 88 cents. Bid security declarations signed and notarized. Organizational chart signed. List of the key personnel with their qualification data. Attached is DO number 209 for the accredited provisional project engineer to the scientific contract. Attached also is the report of rating of the personnel as project engineer. We also have the materials feature 1 ID and a certificate of accreditation valid until February 19, 2027 for the materials. We also have the construction operational safety and health for the safety officer. List of contractors and the construction equipment attached to the contract supported with certification of ability with proof of ownership for the purchase with the receipt, sales invoice, ORCR for contract and card with LTO registration. Another documents is list of the minimum testing equipment actually contract with sales invoice, precision marketing incorporated. General information sheet for corporation and beneficial ownership. Beneficial ownership information. Omnibus service statement. Summary.
I think it's okay na. So,
Pass.
complying on the technical requirements of Reg C is compliant. We now proceed to the opening of the financial document of Reg C.
For the financial document, bid form, bid of quantities, detailed estimate, summary sheet, summary of bid prices, cash flow by quarter, payment schedules, and
Pass.
the amount is 64,351,517 pesos and 2 centavos. 64,351,517.0.
Okay, we have now the final bid of fencing builders in the amount of 64,351,517.02 pesos with a negative variance of 2% on the ABC. So that concludes our big opening for today. Unless any other question, manifestation from the members of the DWG or from the back. So being none, I now hold this bid opening adjourned. Thank you and good day to all.